Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to another episode of Debate 8. I am your host, Adam Douglas, and tonight, as the intro said, we are gonna debate 8 great, that rhymes, too much rhyming going on, 8 incredible, fantastic, really fun, some a little dour, but mostly fun Western movies. That's right. Tonight we are going back in time, sort of, not really, but you know, we're going to debate that time era that many of us love, and we love our Western movies. And thank you all for being here tonight. We got an incredible bracket that you guys are going to vote on live. That's right. You guys are going to decide which Western movie will be crowned our winner. And I'm not doing it alone this time. That's right. I got my man Jeff back in the building, wearing his his bank robber outfit tonight. Jeff, welcome back to Debate 8. How are you, my friend? Oh, I think you're muted somehow. Check the mic.
Very excited.
There
Can
we
you hear
go.
me?
Yes,
Can you hear
there
me?
we go.
Can you hear me? Testing.
Right.
It's high quality content here. Okay.
Does this thing work? Hello.
Yeah, I just got back from robbing the saloon and trying to maintain some social distancing at the same time. So,
I mean, bank robbers were the
fit
original.
it into my busy schedule.
Bank robbers were the original social distancers. I mean, really, they were ahead of their time, I think.
Absolutely.
Jeff,
if we can hurry this up, I've got a cattle rustling that I got to get to in a little bit.
Absolutely, that's fine. I will. We'll hurry this along so you can get back to your stable for sure. Jeff, big fan of Western movies.
Yes.
What is it about the genre
Huge
itself that like you love? What is it about Western movies?
I don't know. I'm just a real big fan of all like period pieces to begin with, and there's just something, I don't know, glamorous and about this untouched land that people get to go and kind of make their own and do whatever they want, and it's the true bad guy versus the good guys, you know?
Yeah.
For the most part, even like the good guys were bad, but they were just kind of trying to make it. I don't know. It's just kind of cool to see that it's a whole different world that we'll never really experience.
Oh,
so I guess it has that kind of lore to it.
Yeah. American lore for sure. Cause you're right. It's a time period that we'll never have again. Well, I wouldn't say never again. Maybe if we go to a post-apocalyptic world, that might be similar, but, hopefully in our lifetime we don't necessarily see that too much, but yeah, no, I'm totally with you, man. I love the genre. I love the it's almost fantasy. It's real life, but it's almost fantasy in a way, because it's obviously exaggerated, even though it's sort of based on real what real life was really like. But yeah, no, I'm with you. Dude, we got 8 incredible movies that we're going to talk about tonight. Let's look at the bracket and see what we're dealing with tonight. The number one,
at least 7.
Yeah, well, at least no. There's 8. There's 8 really good ones. Don't be hating. The number 1 seed, Unforgiven, is going to go up against the number 8 seed of The Magnificent 7. The number 4 seed, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, is going to go up against the number 5 seed of 3:10 to Yuma. The number 3 seed, Dances with Wolves, goes up against the number 6 seed, Django Unchained, and the number 2 seed, Tombstone, going up against the number 7 seed, The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. All right, Jeff. Let's jump into this first matchup. Two classics, 2 incredible classics, Unforgiven, Magnificent 7. What do you think about this first matchup? Do you think it's Unforgiven all the way? Do you think Magnificent 7 is going to make it to the next round?
I mean, I feel like Unforgiven's going to make it to the next round, but I mean, the Magnificent 7, you can't count that out. Steve McQueen, I mean, that's kind of like he's a cult hero, but you know, man, how can you compete with Morgan Freeman and Clint Eastwood? I don't know if you can really do that. So I guess my money's on Unforgiven, but man, that's a close one.
Yeah, look, I think there's a lot to save to talk about Unforgiven for future rounds, just because I really do think that this one is going to make it. And The Magnificent Seven is not only a classic film, it's a movie that like so many filmmakers just reference as inspiration for their films. Like if you see most like team up movies, you know that a lot of directors are always saying like Magnificent Seven is an inspiration, and you can totally tell from that film. It's so good. It's so good. But I just, I rewatched Unforgiven today, and I have a lot to say about this movie, but my quick piece, because I do think it's going to move on. It is a quintessential Western film. It has everything that you want from it. And as Jeff said at the top, it has good guys who are really bad. It's just, and bad guys who are good. It's so weird. It's such a conundrum of a film. It's definitely not black and white, for sure. It's got so many in-depth pieces to it. I think it's Unforgiven. I mean, you agree, right? I don't think.
I do, yeah.
I think it's gonna
Lock it up.
I think it's gonna be really tough. All right, let's get to the poll, and we're gonna have you guys vote tonight. Hold on, let me just make sure our poll is refreshed and ready to go. Sometimes it gives us a little headache at the beginning. All right, let's start up the poll. If this is your first time in Debate 8, you vote live here in the YouTube chat, as long as the thing decides to work. Hold on, I'm waiting for it to pop up. See, look, so every now and then it doesn't want to work for me. I don't know. Hold on, I'm gonna cancel this real quick, and I'm gonna start it over. Because you know what, the cloud bot doesn't always love me. All right, I think we should be good again. Okay, let's see if that worked. Come on, Streamlabs. Give me a sign. Streamlabs. There we go. Okay, there we go. All right, we're working. All right, if you want to vote for Unforgiven, exclamation vote 1. If you want to vote for Magnificent 7, exclamation vote 8. Make sure you do it exactly like you see on the screen right there. The word exclamation, the word vote, and a space before your number. I apologize if I say that all the time. I just want to make sure your vote counts, Jeff. Right off the bat, 72% we just knocked it up here. 77% of the vote going to Unforgiven. This is the number 1 seed for a reason. I think it's going to be really hard for them to overtake. Brian Stone in the chat says such a classic. Totally agree. 30 seconds left on the clock. I'm not gonna do it this time. Yeah.
Fantastic Metallica song too. So it's voting for 2 at once.
Every time I hear the title, I automatically go to that song, and I go to in my head, Dub the Unforgiven. So yeah, sorry for the singing there.
It's a good song.
Oh wait, that's a little too low. Hold on, wait. I need a little bit more echo. And I dug the Unforgiven.
Okay, that's over. I'm done. 69% of the vote. 69% of the vote. Unforgiven. Moving on to the next round. Yeah. That's all I gotta say. Yeah. Obviously, we're doing that. All right, let's go back to the bracket. See where we're at. We got the next matchup. I think this is going to be really, really tough one. The number 4 seed, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, going up against the number 5 seed, 310 to Yuma. Jeff, I don't know which way you're going to go. Why don't you tell the people which way are you leaning on this? Which should move on to the next round?
Well, I'm leaning kind of this way, honestly. So Butch Cassidy, That, like, I have vivid memories of sitting with my dad watching Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. That is OG territory right there. 310 to Yuma is a great movie. It's probably gonna. I'm probably voting a little bit more with heart than, you know, maybe like a fine tooth comb on the movie itself, because 310 to Yuma is an incredible movie. But man, I'm a huge fan of Butch and the Kid. So
I gotta say, I'm going the opposite. I'm going 310 to Yuma. This movie, from the first second I saw it, I was flat out like just in love. It's one of my favorite Westerns of all time. And I know it's one of the more modern ones, but it's very reminiscent to me of Unforgiven, to the point where I you know, Russell Crowe's character, you love to hate him. You love to hate him, and you hate to love him, is really how I feel about Russell Crowe. Christian Bale just doing everything he can to get Russell Crowe to that train. I love movies that are time sensitive. Like, there's a goal and you have to get to that goal. And look, man, I really like, I'm seeing a lot of people saying 310, so I might save some of it, but just a preview for the next round. James Mangold. All I'm gonna say is James Mangold for now. And you know, we'll see where we go from there. Fingers crossed. 310 to Yuma comes back. Oh, the man's back. I was just explaining how you were incredibly wrong, and I was incredibly right. You're so stunned, Jeff. You're so
definitely
stunned.
all wrong.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Because
anybody who's saying 310 definitely the perfect Western, y'all haven't even watched Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, and that's how I know. And look, thanks, Mom. Even my mom agrees. See, she said good pick. All right, so I'm doing good right now.
Well, it's not up to us. Luckily, it's up to the people who get to decide. If you want to vote for Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, which, by the way, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. I promise you, if you're a fan of Westerns, if you're a fan of the genre, you're gonna love this movie. I just happen to think 310 to Yuma is better. So, exclamation vote 4 if you want Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. 310 to Yuma if you want that one. Exclamation vote 5 in the chat. Remember, there is a space in between the word vote and the number. Off to a good start on both. It was tied.
All right.
And
we got some Butch Cassidy love here.
We do. I see a lot of 4s in the chat. I don't know, but I guess, Jeff, maybe more people have seen it than we thought, because we got a lot of 4s coming in. Kimberly says, exactly, watch it. So yes, look, man, I'm a little saddened right now. I got to be honest. I'm a little saddened. I'm a little stunned. I guess I shouldn't be, because you guys in the Discord, you guys voted Butch Cassidy as the number 4 seed. So I guess I shouldn't be too surprised that it's the one moving on. Guys, 310 to Yuma. Oh my God, I can't believe I have to talk more about this movie, because this is the last chance I get to do it. Go watch this movie. The direction by James Mangold. He's one of the best directors working right now. This is an incredible movie. The dynamic between Russell Crowe and Christian Bale is some of the best 1-2 characters you'll ever gonna see. It's got an incredible, great twist at the end. Watch this movie. Time is up. Jeff has convinced the people. 61% of the vote going to Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. I'm a little surprised. I gotta be honest, little surprised, but hey. You
should go watch Butch Cassidy again. You won't be that surprised.
I'm surprised because I've seen both. I just like 310 a little bit more. All right, man. Okay, so let's go back to the bracket and see where we're at. Number 4 seed, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, moving on to the next round. Next up, we got the number 3 seed, Dances with Wolves, going up against the number 6 seed of Django Unchained. Jeff, I know you like both of these movies, so which one are you going to pick on this one?
Man, I'm a little upset that these have to go against each other in the first round. I'm not going to lie.
I knew you would be.
Yeah, I mean, I love Tarantino. You know, Django is such an incredible film, but Dances with Wolves, so much better. I'm 100% going Dances with Wolves on this one. It gives you such an intimate look at like Indian lifestyle or native lifestyle of the Sioux. And it's just like this really endearing story of how the white man came to the plains and then just fell in love with this culture and understood how we were the problem, you know? And he's right. And I think it's just, I don't know, it's super poetic and it's a wonderful movie. I highly suggest. I think like Dances with Wolves could probably win this whole thing if it was me voting. So yeah, I'm going Dances with Wolves.
Yeah. Look, as much as I like Django Unchained, I think it's a great film. I think one of Quentin Tarantino's best films. You know, he's got a lot of great films. I think Django Unchained is one of his best. But you know, when you go up against a guy like Kevin Costner, who very rarely is in a bad movie. Well, I'm not saying he's never been in a bad movie, but if the list of movies that Kevin Costner is in, high class films, and look, Best Picture winner, Dances with Wolves, won a lot of awards for a reason. A lot of the things, and I echo a lot of the things that Jeff said on that movie. So I think this round is a little bit of a no-brainer, if I'm being honest. Look, I think in a Tarantino night, Django Unchained goes super far. On Western night, I don't think it goes as far as maybe people would like. So let's get the voting underway. Jeff, if people want to vote for Dances with Wolves, they got to do !vote 3. If you agree with Jeff, do that. If you want Django Unchained to pull up what I would consider the upset of the round, you got to go !vote 6. Right now, off to a 100% start here with Dances with Wolves. Look, a little bit of love for Django Unchained for sure. Costner even kicked in his own money to finish the film. He was so passionate about that movie. He wanted to make sure that it was done and done right. And hey, I think we're all better off for it. Let's see. I watched that when I was 8. Whitney, you watched Dances with Wolves when you were 8? Wow. That's quite a heavy movie for an 8-year-old, I gotta say. All right, we got 25 seconds left on the clock. Dances with Wolves, 75% of the vote. Not even close. Almost a runaway here. But there is some love for Django, just not enough. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, I would imagine as an 8-year-old, Dances with Wolves, definitely weird. 1 second left on the clock. Time has run out. 71% of the vote. Dances with Wolves moving on to the next round. Let me add that to the bracket here. Jeff will be back any second now. Having a little technical difficulties, but we're working through it. So let's head back to the bracket. All right. We got the number 2 seed Tombstone is going to go up against the number 7 seed The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. And I know, like, I hopefully Jeff gets back here super soon, because I know he's got some thoughts on this one. So let's go over to the debate arena, and I'll start off this time, and then as soon as Jeff jumps in, he'll give his opinion. Now, I'll say this. Jeff is going to try to convince you that Tombstone is not a good movie. Yes, it is true. I am sandbagging him. He's not even here to defend himself right now. But I'm telling you right now, here he comes. Here comes the man. I'm telling you right now. All right, Jeff, we just jumped into Tombstone versus Jesse James, and I warned the people of your feelings on Tombstone. So please explain to them why you think the Assassination of Jesse James should move on over Tombstone?
Honestly, I don't. In this round,
I'm
I think I'll
shocked.
go
I'm
Tombstone.
shocked.
I literally fell asleep like multiple times watching the Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford.
That's not good.
So, I mean, look, it's a great movie. Casey Affleck won an award for that, right? You know, that was like kind of his comeuppance in Hollywood. Yeah, it was like, you know what? I had a big problem with that movie because it was like, yeah, he shot him in the back, but that's like all Jesse James did was shoot people in the back like the entire movie. So who cares? They're both cowards. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who cares?
All right, so you're Tombstone.
Whatever. We'll
then,
talk
huh?
about. I feel like we're going to talk about Tombstone in later rounds, so I'm just
We
going to
are.
hold my. Yeah. We'll talk later.
Okay, Tombstone is great. Okay, Jesse James. I'm just calling it Jesse James. I'm not saying that the whole title the whole time. It's a terrible title. It's a terrible title. I'm sorry. Tombstone. I watched Tombstone yesterday, and oh god, what a great movie. I can't wait to yell at Jeff and explain to him why he's wrong. Okay, but let's get this poll going because. I'm reading the chat here. Big Stevie says Tombstone, but Assassination is really good. Tombstone is a classic, says Mike. I'll be your Huckleberry, says Mike Hawes. I mean, come on, for real. Most of you guys are going to go Tombstone. Let's start the poll. All right. I mean, look. Kimberly says, I really don't want to vote on this one. Maybe I'd be the only person who didn't really care for Tombstone. No, I don't think you are, Kimberly. And look, in the later rounds, Jeff is gonna argue why you shouldn't vote for Tombstone. I know he's going to. I know that I just railed that said he wasn't going to do it, but I'm telling you right now, next round, if it's Dances with Wolves versus Tombstone, you're gonna see a man. You're gonna have to see. That's gonna be a good debate because I'm definitely gonna be talking Tombstone for sure. 100% of the vote right now, Tombstone. Craziness. All right. Latitudes. This is gonna be a shutout, says Big Stevie. It might be. It's very rare that we actually get a shutout. But it might happen. It might happen tonight. Oh, I'm just messing with some settings here so that hopefully when Jeff gets back in here, I can change the settings up a little. Keeps getting bounced out tonight. I don't know, tech issues. Gotta love computers and the internet. 10 seconds left on the clock. We are still holding strong at 100%. I don't think it's. Sorry, Jesse James, you didn't even get a single vote. Yeah, mercy. David's right here. The mercy rule. Throw in the towel. Not gonna happen. Tombstone coming in 100%. Very the rare 100%, but it's happened here tonight. Tombstone moving on to the next round. Jeff, I messed with some of the settings, so hopefully we're gonna be okay for the rest of the night. But it's okay. At least you're finding your way back here. But what you did miss was Tombstone got 100% of the vote.
That's okay. It's gonna lose in the next round. No big deal.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But we are definitely gonna find out. So let's go to the next round. A little bit chalk. We'll see how it goes after this round. The number 1 seed, Unforgiven, goes up against the number 4 seed, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Oh, man. Talk about 2 classic films. Which way are you leaning on this one?
Oh, man.
Yeah,
this
I know.
one's tough.
Uh-oh. Man, computer issues tonight, I tell you. All right, hold on. Let's Let's do this. Momentary. Let me, if I can indulge everybody here. Let's see if I can get Jeff back in here, because I want to make sure we can talk about this. Hold on. Technical difficulties. My apologies, everybody. Let's go ahead and try to get Jeff here on Discord instead. How's everybody doing tonight? Have them log into the Discord and do voice stuff. I think we could just do video on Discord. I'm gonna try to do that real quick. If oh, he's rebooting his computer. Rebooting the computer. Awesome. All right, let's hang out. Let's hang out for a minute. You know what? While we hang out, this will be a good time for me to tell you guys to go ahead and join the Discord. I'm gonna put exclamation Discord in the chat. At any given time, you can do exclamation Discord. If you're not already a member of the Discord, you can link up, join the Discord. And what we do on the Discord, we have voting. That's right, we do voting in the Discord. Hold on, maybe I should just bring up the Discord right now so you guys can see. You guys can see our lovely Discord. Hold on. Can I do this? Little impromptu Discord show. Hold on. Full screen. Let's see. Display capture. There we go. Transition. Hey, there's our Discord. Welcome to the Discord. If you come and you join the Discord, we got a lot of cool stuff. One thing that we do have is voting. We do voting ahead of time. We're about 2 weeks ahead of the shows right now. And next week, at the end of the show, I'll go over Will Smith. We're doing Will Smith next week. But in 2 weeks, we're doing Zack Snyder films. So you can go and vote on the seating. If you ever wonder what our seating is and how it works, people vote for that. You also can go and hang out with people. You could talk about the movies that we are the debates that we have. We also have a constant news desk to where you can get your movie news. All right, let's see if we can get Jeff up in here. Let me call him. So yeah, come on in, join. Hey, Jeff. Oh wait, hold on. Let me change my video or my thing. Chat. Hey, can you hear me? Oh, hold on. Virtual cam. There we go. Hey. Hey. What's up? All right. Let's see if we can do this. Can you hear me? Jeff, can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? This is going great, guys. What a...
Hey, can you hear me now?
I can. Okay, good.
All
right. Professional. It's a professional show. I promise you. All right, hold on.
It's Fanjecture beta. It's no big deal.
Oh, good Lord. All right, hold on. Let me bring you in here.
I think we're good now. Seems to be pretty good now.
Yeah, it's okay. I just got to
So did Unforgiven win?
Unforgiven did win. Yeah. No, I didn't do it. I was waiting for you.
Okay.
There we are. Okay. So Unforgiven, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, that's where we are going. We're back on track. Jeff is here. Let's debate. All right. Which one are you feeling here? Unforgiven, Butch Cassidy, and the Sundance Kid?
Yeah, as much as I really want to go Butch Cassidy, I definitely have to go Unforgiven on this one. Yeah. I mean, it was Butch Cassidy was pretty easy on the last round, but I think it's gonna get shot up like Butch and the Kid did at the end of that movie. So
it's hard to go against Unforgiven in this matchup. Look, Butch Cassidy, classic film. I think Newman and Redford, probably one of the best duos ever on screen. Their chemistry is unbelievable and undeniable in this film. But there's something about Eastwood and the old grizzled, former alcoholic, whose character just doesn't. It just can't. I want to say can't catch a break, but that's not even true. It's more like he can't find restitution for his life, and it always seems like he tries to do the right thing, but at the end of the day, he just doesn't, and he can't. And it's such a compelling character, and the whole story is absolutely incredible. Morgan Freeman is hauntingly good in this movie, but.
I mean, he always is, to be honest with you, and like, yeah, you're right about that. Like, I think that speaks to everybody in every day of our life where we try to do the right thing. And man, sometimes it just doesn't work out, and you can really identify with that.
Yeah.
And that pulls you in quite a bit.
Patricia says Unforgiven was a masterpiece, one of the few westerns to dig deep into what it means to live with killing another. Absolutely. Overcoming your past in order to become better. Yeah, that was a big theme in the movie about really knowing what it means to actually kill somebody. And there are lots of characters in this who go and it really looks at death like super hard in your face in the Old West. Even so much so that like you uncomfortably sit there and listen to a guy die. You don't see it, but like you hear, the crying and the screaming of it. It really haunts you for sure. It really gets a good picture of what life was like back then in that kind of situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I'm going to give it up to you guys right now to vote. If you want to vote Unforgiven, vote 1. If you want Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, vote 4. Thank you all again for hanging out while we fix our technical issues, but we got them all figured out, at least for tonight. So
yeah, my bad, guys.
No, not your bad. It's hey man, tech happens, right?
It kind of does.
I think we both know that like the best laid plans never sometimes work out when it comes to computers. They literally have a mind of their own. 92%, Jeff, Unforgiven.
Yeah, not surprising. Worth it. I mean, we got a little bit of a swing, but yeah, this is no slouch of a movie. It's rated number 1 for a reason,
Yeah, I mean, not only is Unforgiven one of the best westerns of all time, it's also on many, many lists of best movies of all time. So
sure.
I honestly, I'm not really surprised, and especially when we get to Dances with Wolves, that's another movie that's. I
was gonna say it's no Dances with Wolves though. So.
I mean, but that, and we'll get to it in about 10 seconds once Unforgiven makes it to the next round. But that's another one where Western and movie, considered. All right, Unforgiven. 88% of the vote. That's a stomping. That's a stomping, man. Unforgiven. I'm not super shocked. One of my favorites of all time. Moving on to the next round. All right, let's go ahead. Let's go back to the bracket. All right, this is where Jeff and I really, I think, are going to have a good debate because we got the number 3 seed Dances with Wolves goes up against the number 2 seed of Tombstone. Now here's where we're going to get the the love for dances flowing with Jeff, because I know Jeff is not high on Tombstone, at least not in this matchup.
No, definitely not.
So tell the people why.
Tombstone is not a good movie. Okay,
False.
Val Kilmer notwithstanding, the rest of it is just kind of hokey garbage. Okay, that's honestly what it is. Val Kilmer, completely redeeming part of the movie, but dude, the end of the movie is like, hey, we're just gonna do a montage of like we're gonna kill like a whole bunch of people for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna like take a break and lay down in the woods and talk, and then it's like, hey, let's go kill more people, with right to another freaking montage of them just killing random people, and then they like dance in a freaking church courtyard, and that's like the end of the movie. Get out of here. That's garbage. All right, your turn. What do you got to say about that?
Okay, I literally can't disagree with anything you said. However, I think it's all awesome. Okay, it's such quintessential 90s. It's almost like a 90s action movie set in like a Western skin. It's so beautifully 90s, and all of that is so true. And look, some of the Kurt Russell acting is not great.
I hate Kurt Russell. He's not. He should have his acting card taken away from him. He's so bad. And like Bill Paxton or Pullman, whatever Bill that was, he's like terrible. The only good guy was the I don't remember his name. The dude, the narrator from The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott. There you go. And even he sucked in that movie.
No,
but like it was nice to hear his voice.
I gotta push back on that one. I can give you Bill Pullman, and I can give you Kurt Russell. I'm not walking down that road with Sam Elliott. He's the man. Even in this movie, he's the man.
Whatever.
Look, it's a little over the top, but let's face it. In the 90s, we didn't think it was over the top. In the 90s, we thought this movie was the gold standard when it came to Westerns. Okay, Tombstone has always been people's favorites. Looking back on that lens now, what I watched it yesterday, look, it's a little schlocky, but in all the best ways.
No,
you went bad with it. I went good with it.
No, that's like such a bad B movie. And like, yeah, it was like 90s fab or whatever, but like you still got Dances with Wolves putting up fire, and that came out like 10 years before that. It's just a quality movie versus a terrible movie. So yeah, you guys want to vote? Like, I don't even know how this made it so far, except for Val Kilmer. Unbelievable. He is unbelievable in that role. But one role does not a movie make, okay?
Generally, yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Val Kilmer's great in this movie, though.
I'm getting mapped in the chat here. That's great.
You lost the crowd.
That's great. I'm not on IMDb right now, but so they came out at the same time, and then Dances with Wolves was a good movie, and Tombstone was not.
You lost the crowd. You had them. That you've lost them. All right. Well, let's see. A lot of people chatting up about Tombstone, but let's see if they put their votes where their mouths are. If you want to vote Dances with Wolves, exclamation vote 3. If you want Tombstone, exclamation vote 2. All right.
I don't know any of your skills.
Any of mine.
Reeve.
That's Trev. If you don't know my trivia skills, that's your own bad. Hey, Trev. Hey. Relax. We know. You know your dates. We know. All right,
did I lose the credibility now for saying Tombstone was a terrible movie? That's fine.
So Dance with the Wolves off to a good start here. 60% of the vote. Sometimes I said that this might happen, that we got a lot of people sticking up for Tombstone in the chat, but sometimes the votes don't always, we got the lurkers. The lurkers sit back and they wait. They let the people argue, and then they get their votes in. Dances with the Wolves.
They talk a lot of crap in the chat. Not going to back it up though when it counts. I get it.
59% of the vote. We got about 15 seconds left. Look, I know we just argued more about Tombstone than we did talk about Dances with Wolves, but you know, Dances with Wolves is clearly an incredible film, and I was just leaning a little bit more. So 0 time left on the clock. Super close here, incredibly close.
We did it, guys. We did it.
But ever so slightly, Dances with Wolves, 53% of the vote. Moving on to the next round. I'll say this, man. Our final is going to be, you know, I guess our final sort of should be this, you know, 2 incredible movies. Let's go back to the bracket. All right. We got the number 1 overall seed, Unforgiven, going up against the number 3 seed, Dances with Wolves. Really tough choice here. I think this is going to be really tough for people.
Yeah, I mean,
which way
this is a
are you
really,
thinking?
really hard one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still leaning Dances with Wolves. I think that you were right in the previous round of how you get a very good understanding of what it's like to live in that time during Unforgiven and trials and tribulations that you go through. I think that Dances with Wolves was just a really well documented story about the Sioux Indians and their, you know, their life and how we came into it. And you got like an intimate firsthand knowledge of this guy who just goes there with, you know, they're the enemy, and then ultimately it turns out that he becomes one of them. I just thought it was a beautiful story. And that's not taking away from Unforgiven. I just thought that like that movie touched me more, and this is a really hard one, but like in the ever so slightest way, I'm leaning with Dances with Wolves on this one.
Yeah, I echo what you say about the fact that like even though I'm leaning Unforgiven, it's not to take away from Dances with Wolves, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I can't take away from either of these.
Yeah, it's this is a really hard one. But I am leaning Unforgiven. I'm leaning on there for a lot of the acting performances in it. Look, when I think of Western, I think Clint Eastwood. It's the first name that I go to. Unforgiven holds up so well. For a movie this old, look, you could say that the dialogue is a little on the nose as far as like, yeah, they're writing as if they were like trying to be a Western. You could absolutely say that. And I got that feeling, but it still worked for me. And Gene Hackman, we haven't really talked much about Gene Hackman, Little Bill. What a crazy maniacal character this guy is, who it's layered too, because he thinks he's doing the right stuff. But he's such a bad dude. He's such an evil guy. So much so, you know, going as far as spoiler alert, gonna spoil the movie a little bit, killing Morgan Freeman at the end, which unleashes the best 20 minutes of film that I in my lifetime. When Clint Eastwood's character comes back after he hears that Morgan Freeman died and he wrecks shop in the whorehouse, it's magical cinema. I mean, honestly,
the best 20 minutes of your movie life, huh?
Absolutely. Okay. Even just go back and rewatch that scene as soon as he comes back to town and he just like clears the room. It's unbelievable. And that scene, that 20-minute scene alone it's what's leaning me over the top for Unforgiven. So like I can also, in a kind of a different way, say that Dances with Wolves kept me on the edge of my seat with barely any dialogue and not like a ton of stuff like actually happening, but the suspense and the way that it was shot, man, I was riveted the entire time. It's like a 3-hour movie with people that can't talk to each other. And I'm like, what's going to happen next? Like, where am I? I just, it's an amazing movie. Well, the thing I think, and for those people that don't quite know you yet, the thing that you are passionate about in your own personal life is not nature per se, but like the earth and landscape. And like, there's some beautiful shots in this movie of the country, in the countryside and such sprawling wide angle shots that it's you know, it doesn't hit me so much, but I could see that being something that you absolutely love, because that's the type of thing you're definitely into as well. And he's frozen. And you know, I
Absolutely.
Oh, there he goes.
Absolutely.
Oh, cool. Oh, you were frozen for a second there.
I'm coming back, baby.
He's coming. But yeah, would you agree with that? I can hear you still.
Yeah, I mean, and even if you want to go to something that we're not even talking about, but like Hell on Wheels, man. One of the biggest things I love about Hell on Wheels is the cinematography and the stark contrast of this beautiful green and blues, and then the shit of what do you call it? Those towns that they were living in, and it's just, you know, the juxtaposition of all that kind of stuff is really just that catches my eye. So I'm a big fan of that kind of stuff.
For sure. All right, Jeff. I think it's time to let the people vote to see who is going to be our winner tonight. Is it going to be Unforgiven? If you want Unforgiven to be our winner for tonight, exclamation, vote 1. If you want Dances with Wolves, exclamation, vote 3. The poll is live. What are you going to do? Off to a tie right now. 50-50. 1 minute left on the clock. Which way are we going? Let's wait for the next update. And the next update comes in a Dances with Wolves favor. 63%. Okay, Unforgiven getting a couple more votes here. But Dancing with Wolves right now, a second quarter lead going into the half. Unforgiven trying to make a comeback. Unforgiven getting a few late votes. Remember, exclamation, vote, a space, and then the number. Make sure you do it that way. Otherwise, your vote won't count. Again, Dances with Wolves coming in. Man, there's a lot of lurkers out there tonight with Dances with Wolves love. Dancing with Wolves, a sneaky favorite tonight. Was not expecting this, but before we started tonight, Jeff, you said that Dancing with Wolves could win the whole thing.
I absolutely. It's such a good movie. And honestly, if you haven't seen it, or if you haven't seen it in a while, just put it on. It's give it like 20 minutes and see where it takes you. I swear you'll be hooked.
All right, 0 time left on the clock with 60% of the vote. Dances with Wolves. Yeah, man, I did not see this coming, but hey, the number 3 seed for a reason. Dancing with Wolves going to be our winner. Jeff, I'm going to call you right back so I can get your camera set back up.
Yeah,
okay?
that works.
All right. Dances with Wolves coming in strong. Unbelievable. Man, you guys really were really feeling Dancing with Wolves tonight. I like it. I love it. Hold on, let me pop this out. Get this over here. There we go. There's the man. Cheering on.
Awesome.
Dances with Wolves. Where's the postman?
Like just like I said, like I'm not taking away from Unforgiven, but
No.
I think the right movie won here.
Everyone's asking Dances with Wolves and Waterworld. Maybe if we do a Costner night, maybe those movies will make it on there. Not quite the westerns we're looking for here. Oh, Dances with Wolves. All right, I love it. That's great. Guys, go watch Dances with Wolves. I think it's on Amazon Prime right now, possibly.
Yeah, it's on something.
I'm pretty.
Netflix, maybe.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm pretty sure it's Amazon Prime. His Yellowstone is awesome. Yeah, Jeff, you're a big fan of Yellowstone, right?
Don't even get me started on Yellowstone right now, because that could be like a whole nother show.
There's 2 things that Kevin Costner does really well: sports and westerns, right?
Yeah.
Those are like, you do what you love, and obviously he loves those 2 things because he keeps going back to those genres. So, Yellowstone's something I gotta catch up on. Because you do nothing but praise that show. So
it's such a good show, and the soundtrack's pretty amazing too.
All right, Jeff, let's. Oh wait, go ahead. No, go for it.
No, I was gonna say super in-depth storyline, character development is off the chart, and a fantastic soundtrack with great cinematography. I could literally just keep watching that forever and be very happy.
Hatfields versus McCoy's was really good too.
Oh
from
yeah,
Costner.
Hell on Wheels. Check out Hell on Wheels if you haven't watched Hell on Wheels.
Patricia says Netflix and Amazon both have Dances with Wolves. Excellent. So yes.
Nice.
Yes, definitely. It's 3 hours, okay? And so
Yep.
you guys, all of you just finished watching Justice League. That's 4 hours. Just think, this is an hour less. It's a breeze. Once you watch a 4-hour movie, a 3-hour movie is like, it's like nothing. You guys got this. All right, Jeff, let's preview next week's Debate 8. I want to get your opinion on this. We are doing Will Smith next week. What can you name a Will Smith movie that you enjoy? Some of the ones we have on there, we got Men in Black. We got Ali is on there. What's a Will Smith movie that pops out? Enemy of the State is up there.
Yeah, I was a big fan of I Am Legend.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that?
Yep.
I mean, Men in Black is hysterically funny, all of them. Yeah, I'm probably going to say that's the one that comes to mind. I also really like that one that I don't remember the name of it, where he's like that. He's like a salesman and he's selling like X-ray machines. I forget the name of that one, but that one was really good. It was super heartfelt. I really like Will Smith, especially when he does serious stuff, and you know, he tends to do some like Pursuit of Happiness. There you go. Thank you, normies.
Oh no, 5 pounds, wasn't it? Or was it Pursuit of Happiness? I forget. One of them.
I think it was the Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah. I love
iRobot. I always really like iRobot.
I do, man. I like iRobot. I really should here, hold on, people. Let me bring up the list real quick. Should have done that ahead of time. It's okay. It's all right. Okay, so we got Men in Black. Oh, how could I forget? Independence Day, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I Am Legend is going to be on there. Bad Boys going to be on there. iRobot is there. Ali, Hancock. So we got some really good ones.
Oh, Hancock was good.
I love that movie. I wish they made a sequel to that. I love that movie. So we got some really good Will Smith movies we're talking about next week. So that's gonna be fun.
Kind of off topic, but not so much. I was watching Bob's Burgers the other day, and somebody asked Gene who his favorite president was, and he goes, Bill Pullman.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun movie to talk about next week. All right, Jeff. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Thank you for sticking through the tech issues we had. I appreciate everybody sticking through that. But we got to figure it out by the end. And we had some good debates, man. I love hanging out and talking movies with you. It's one of my favorite things to do. So
yeah, anytime.
Thank you. Yes, and Jeff will definitely be back talking movies with you guys and giving his trash takes on movies. But hey,
thanks, guys.
It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, just pick better movies than Tombstone, that's all.
Oh, guys and girls and gals, men, women around the globe, thank you for hanging out tonight. Absolutely a stellar debate we had tonight. Western movies, Dances with Wolves coming in for the win. Make sure you come back next week. Will Smith movies. How many times am I gonna say get jiggy with it? I don't know. I'm gonna say it at least once tonight. Gonna get jiggy. God, I sound terrible when I sound really, really white when I say that. Thanks for hanging out. We will be back. We'll be back next week. Same time. We're starting to do it at 8:30 now. It seems to be better for everyone's schedule. So 8:30 next week, next Wednesday. Have a great evening. Go watch some good movies. Okay? Go enjoy yourself. Go watch some good movies. I will see you all next week. Join the Discord, and then you can vote on future movies. Just saying goodbye.